everyone, welcome back to my vlog. Today, we're diving into something we experience every day, energy. The Law of Thermodynamics. The Law of Thermodynamics are basic scientific rules that explains how energy moves and changes in the universe, especially heat. This law helps us understand how mechanics works, how our bodies use foods, why things cool down, and even how the universe changes over time. Let's start with the Zeroth Law. If an object A is at a thermal equilibrium with object B, and object B is at a thermal equilibrium with object C, then object A and C are also in a thermal equilibrium. For example, is when you measure your room temperature and you got 27 degrees Celsius. According to the Zeroth Law of Thermodynamics, you can assume that your room and the other things in your room, pillows, cabinet, and couch, have the same temperature of 27 degrees Celsius. Easy words. If two things are the same temperature as a third thing, they are also the same temperature as each other, even if they don't touch. Next is the first law. First law of thermodynamics sounds technical, but it's really about energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change from one form to another. Example, you are heating water in a kettle. The heat energy from the stove goes into the kettle and then into the water. The energy isn't lost, it's just transformed in. You see the result when the water starts to boil. So, whether it's turning on a light, running or cooking, energy just moves and transforms but never disappears. Let's jump to the second law. Second law of thermodynamics. Why things get messy? Let's talk about it. And don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Heat always flows from hot and cold, and things naturally move from order to disorder, unless you put in energy to stop it. This idea is called entropy, a fancy word for messiness. Example, you put an ice cube in hot coffee. What happens? The ice melts, right? That's because heat moves from the hot coffee to the cold ice until the temperature becomes to the same. You never see the reverse. Cold doesn't naturally become hot by itself. That's the second law in action. Last, the third law of thermodynamics. The coldest it can get. As temperature gets closer to absolute zero, the movement of particles slow down, almost to a stop. What is absolute zero? It is the coldest possible temperature, which is negative 273.15 degrees Celsius or 0 Kelvin. At this point, particles have almost no energy, they stop moving, and there's no more heat to give. Example, think of your freezer. It can get super cold, but no matter how powerful is it, it will never reach absolute zero. Why? Because it takes infinite energy to remove all energy, and that's impossible. So the third law reminds us you can cool things down, but you cannot reach perfect zero. Energy can't fully disappear. That's the third law of thermodynamics, called mysterious but fact. So let's recap. Zeroth Law. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. First law, energy is never lost, just transformed. Then, second law, energy spread, entropy increase. Lastly, the third law, particles stop moving near absolute zero. So, from your coffee to your body to the universe, these invisible laws shape everything. If you like the short science, hit the like and drop in comment. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun learnings. See you in the next